Hello everyone, right in front of us is the Disney 100 Years of Wonder set. So this is the Disney Villains Icon. It contains 1,540 pieces and rated at 260 New Zealand dollars. Luckily I've got a discount and I only bought it at 172 New Zealand dollars. It comes with 4 exclusive minifigures and you get to build various items that reflecting the beloved Disney series. And today we're going to take a detailed look at this set and go through some of the cool parts and also some of the not so cool parts of this set. Before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And here we are, we take a look at the Disney villain icons here. So to be honest, it's hardly can say this is villain icons because apart from the apple here, the other thing is kind of various different thing. You've got a book, 2 VHS cases, a VHS tape, a trump card, and also a watch. Having said that, this is actually a very nice decoration piece. Unfortunately, the watch is not attached to anything, so it can't be quite loose, which we'll take a look at the details of this build later on. Other parts, though, you can also remove it quite easily. The apple and the trump card, also the VHS tape. However, the 2 VHS cases and the book is connect all together. But you do see, at the back is really nicely designed, so you can actually, place it anywhere and view it from all angles. First, we start with the trump card. So the good thing about this is all printed. It's the simplest build ever in this set, but it's actually looking pretty good because the printing is very nice. But unfortunately, you don't get any, Alice in the Wonderland minifigure in this set because this particular character you get from the collectible minifigure series. And then we have the poisonous apple from Snow White. This is a brilliant build. I really like very much the shape of the apple. Looks pretty cool. The other thing is the apple actually very similar to an actual apple size. So this is something plus. And the build is fairly interesting. You got the different color to represent the poison, and you can open up this side to place the evil queen into the apple to store the minifigure. And then we have Captain Cook's watch here. By far, this is my favorite build in this set. And it's kind of like you started with building this. This is a lovely printed piece here. Pretty cool design as well, and I like the way that they create the circular shape, and then at the back you can see Captain's hook here. And again, you don't get the minifigure from this set because Captain Hook minifigure is from the earlier Disney collectible minifigure series. And this brings us to the VHS tape. So depending on your age, you might not know what is a VHS, but I do know. I think this is a brilliant build. This is probably, the building experience is not as fun as the watch, but actually it works pretty well. But I'm still impressed, and you got the sticker here, which makes sense because most of the VHS tape you do get a sticker for the movie of the VHS. I think is really cool that they have this side to be thicker, so you can see when you play the VHS, it kind of goes into this way, and then you need to rewind it to make it. This is a pretty cool detail. And then at the back you can see how they create all this detail. Actually, the way that they build this is also very interesting as well, which I have never tried before. And I do question myself, is this technique barely legal? But then if it's an official Lego set, then all the building technique will be legal. And the cool thing about this one is you can open this up just like a proper VHS tape, and then you've got some stickers here to represent the scenes of the particular title, which is The Little Mermaid, and those are pretty cool stickers as well if you can see all the little pictures. Unfortunately, I don't have a actual VHS tape with me now, but I do feel the size is pretty accurate. And then bringing us to the remaining builds, which is the 2 VHS cases and also the Beauty and the Beast book. So at the bottom, you've got Aladdin. Unfortunately, this is a sticker. Also, the Jafar image as well. But the Disney 100 tile is actually printed. You do get 2, one here and one for Sleeping Beauty. These are all stickers. It's unfortunate, but this Sleeping Beauty tile is actually printed, and the printing quality is so good on this one, and you do get some artwork. This is Maleficent. Again, you can store the mini figure here. On the other side, you know I like this gap here, which really represent the VHS cases very well. And for Aladdin, you can see the image of Jafar here. Again, this can be opened to place the minifigure. And finally, we have Beauty and the Beast book here. You can pull this out to put Gaston inside, and then there's also another mechanism which, if you push here, you can flip out the rose here. The rose is actually a pretty nice build, and I like the fact that they give this kind of Easter eggs within the build. Even though I'm not sure whether you should represent this as a villain icon. And these are the 4 minifigures, including this set. As I mentioned earlier, these are all exclusive to this set. So we have the Evil Queen in disguise, Jafar in his genie form, Maleficent, and Gaston. First, we take a look at the Evil Queen in disguise. In the Disney 100 minifigure series, you get the Evil Queen, but this is in her disguise form with the apple printing on the torso, but there's no printing on the skirt piece. She does have an alternate facial expression. Unfortunately, I think even though the minifigure done pretty well, but it's kind of seemed too tall, because when she was in disguise, she is much more smaller. So maybe Lego should invest in a shorter skirt piece or some other ways, like they did in the Lord of the Ring Rivendell set, to make her a little smaller. But I still like this minifigure. And we have Jafar in his genie form minifigure, lovely printing on the torso, but it's pretty hard to capture the actual character because it was pretty big in the movie, and you do get the lamb in this color, but it's cool to get a variant of the minifigure, given that you can't really have the actual size if you want to represent in minifigure form. But it would be really cool to place this minifigure next to Genie. And then we have Maleficent here. Let's just move her staff away so we can take a better look at her. Lovely printing on the torso and the skirt. You do get this color piece here, which is having both black and purple color. This is actually different to the one from the collectible minifigure series, and I think this one is a bit more superior because of the skirt piece. Because back then, the skirt piece is not as common because it's still fairly new, and then the headgear here is actually become a hard plastic rather than the rubbery type, and she doesn't have any alternate facial expression. Overall, I like this minifigure very much. I think it's a far superior version compared to the earlier one from the collectible minifigure series. And finally, we have Gaston. This is probably the best minifigure in this set. You've got very detailed printing on the torso and printing on the legs as well. And even though it's not dual mode, I think it's pretty cool. You've got a different color of his hands to represent his glove. Pretty cool hairstyle as well, even though it's not, specifically made for him. He does have an alternate facial expression, but I like this facial expression here. This is a pretty cool minifigure, and it's essential if you like Beauty and the Beast. And this is the Disney villain icon set. To be honest, this set is really not for everyone, because you really need to like Disney as a whole and appreciate Lego beyond play features or building a building. For me personally, this is a pretty cool set. I did enjoy the overall building experience and also the end result. For me, having a VHS tape in Lego is actually pretty cool, because back in the days I tend to watch a lot of VHS tape. The fact that they have this mechanism here is just icing on the cake. Having said that, though, some of the parts I do wish they printed, like the label on the VHS cases. I think this one a little bit hard because if they print on a bronze, they might not get the same effect, which I understand. But really, the Aladdin and Sleeping Beauty logo should have been printed. While getting 4 exclusive minifigures are cool given the price set on this particular set, I do wish they include maybe 2 more minifigures related to some of the title that you see here. But then because it's a villain icons, they kind of limited to what characters that they can put into this set. As I mentioned, the price is a bit steep. Without discount, I probably have to wait this until it has clearance. However, Lego set has been quite expensive lately, so it's definitely not for everyone. Unless you really like some table or shelf display of something nice, or you're a fan of Disney. Let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming updates, and I'll see you next time.